Yeah, I don't.
So we made it back to Quannon Park, and I'll let Betsy give you her opinion of the trail.
Steve wasn't that thrilled about it. I mean, but I thought it was awesome. I mean, how many bike trails do you get to see soccer players all over the place? You get to see stock car races, well, the little ones. And you get to go to Topgolf for lunch, and you see mountain biking, people going across the mountains and get lost. And it was adventurous. I liked it. So now Steve is going to give his version of it.
That was Betsy's opinion. For me, it was a little bit too urban. I liked a little bit more of adventure. For the people that live here in Fort Worth, to have this trail system so close to downtown, it's very good. For me, it's not a destination. Our plans today were to go to the Botanical Gardens, which was about 15, 16 miles. Well, normally for us, it's about an hour and a half. But the signage on this trail is so bad that an hour and a half, 2 hours in, we'd only gone 6 miles, because every time you come to a cross section, you don't know which way the trail goes, which way is a tributary. So we constantly had to stop and look at the
And while you were talking, I remember the one thing,
okay, what was
and
it?
that was we got to go across the dam on the bike to go
absolutely.
from one side of the river to the next.
Which was the wrong way again, so we had to go back. So unfortunately, we never came anywhere close to the Botanical Gardens, because 2.5 hours in, we'd only gone not even halfway. So again, if you live in the Fort Worth area, it's great to have this trail system. If you're in the area and want to make a destination to come here for a day, I would not be a vote for me. So today's adventures bring us to Fort Worth, Texas, and we are going to do the Trinity Trails. The Trinity Trails is a 47-mile series of trails in and around Fort Worth. Our goal today is to make it down to the Botanical Gardens, and we are starting here at Quannon Park. So we're taking off this morning about 10 o'clock. So far, they say this trail is a mix of asphalt, crushed stone, and concrete. We're on the concrete part here. Like I said, we took off about 10 a.m. It's about 60 degrees when we took off, so we're in jackets. Supposed to be abundant sunshine and get up maybe into the low 70s, so hopefully we'll be able to shed some of these jackets here later on this morning or early this afternoon. So normally on a warm day we'd like being back in the woods, but today we'd actually like to be out in the sunshine, at least this morning. As it said, this trail goes in and around Fort Worth, so it appears that we are heading down towards the downtown area, as you can see in the distance. It did say that this trail went through a lot of parks, and here we come across one. Looks like they're playing soccer, football. So Betsy, explain what just happened.
We about had a major crash. I'm crossing a path, and the two speed bikers almost ran right into me. If they didn't have good brakes, it would have been bad.
Yeah, so there's an actual dirt track that runs through the park, and it cross-ended right there, and they almost came flying just as after I went by, and then almost nailed Betsy. But
show you the guy that's actually taping all this.
yeah.
Hey, we got a yellow thing up there on the other. We hadn't seen for a week.
Feels good to be in the
It
sun.
sure does. And it feels good to be back on our bikes.
Yeah.
I was going through bike withdrawal.
So we've only been on the trail for about 4 miles, but there's already been a lot of diversity, parks, wilderness areas like this, urban areas along the road, rivers. So, well, that's not good.
Oh, there's an observation deck.
Yeah, it says that the trail is closed, but hopefully we can go this way and keep going. We'll find out.
I think some of them go down that.
This looks like that's part of that dirt track that crossed the trail that Betsy almost got nailed by those two guys on the biker. But yeah, they've got this little jump thing down here. Obviously it is a mountain biking dirt track. So a lot of the trails that we take, we pre-plan on an app called TrailLink. And it is the National Conservatory of Rail to Trails all across the country. And it's a great resource for finding and mapping out trails. Well, they have a lot of different features on it. One is you can actually download the trail map. We haven't really needed to use it because the majority of the trails are very well marked. Well, today, as I showed you earlier, the trail's blocked. So we are now using the app to find us an alternative route to get around to where the trail is on the other side. And it is definitely coming in handy. And once again, the trail map really came in handy because there was two different places to go and didn't know if we were supposed to go across the dam or not. It does say we do because the other one went about 3 miles and then dead ends. And we keep getting closer and closer to downtown Fort Worth. Another example of the lack of signage. You got the trail going that way, you got the trail going this way. So I'm gonna have to go back to the TrailLink map and see which way we're supposed to be going. So one of the things that's kind of cool is you go back across the water back a couple of times. We're gonna go over here and see what's on the other side of the river. So today for our lunch destination, we did something a little different. We came and we ate lunch at Top Golf. How was lunch?
It was very good. It was very unexpected. I didn't know we were going to go on a bike ride and end up at Top Golf.
So this is the crushed stone part of the trail. We came over on that side. But, there's downtown Fort Worth. So it's after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and although it's a beautifully sunny day, we're still in the 60s, upper 60s, so feels good when we're not on the bikes, but when we're riding, it's still just enough to wear our wind jackets. This is just outside of Gateway Park. It's part of the trail that's running right along the river. Okay, we're closing in on 2 o'clock, and the temperature I think has finally got up into the 70s, so the jackets have come off, and we are starting our way back the Trinity Trail towards Quannon Park, where we got started. Little sideline along our trail today.
Where did the other ones go?
Some remote control cars.
Watch him. I hope he comes back this way.
There he comes. Thanks.
Oh,